Hello everyone, welcome to Topper IAS. As part of our daily series, today also we will continue with our series of discussing current affairs which have been sourced from Hindu as well as PRB. So the first article says economic criteria is not the sole basis for creamy layer. So who said this? Supreme Court has said that economic criteria should not be the sole basis to identify sections of backward communities as creamy layer. See, basically reservation benefits are given to communities. So within that backward classes, a certain section are not given benefits, and these groups are considered to be under creamy layer. So what is the criteria on which you decide that certain section of people are under creamy layer? So that was the thing. Actually, Haryana government has passed two new notifications. So under that, what they said was based on economic criteria, they were classifying section of people as creamy layer. So what Supreme Court said is, to qualify people under creamy layer, economic criteria is not only the reason. Apart from that, you should also take into account social advancement, higher employment in government services. These factors should also be considered, is what the Supreme Court had said now. So actually, Supreme Court of India in Indira Savani verdict of 1992 had declared that creamy layer in backward community should be excluded from reservation, so that more deserving were able to get the reservation benefits. So as part of that, various governments have been implementing and excluding the creamy layer. So what is the criteria was the issue. So Supreme Court said that criteria should be not just economic criteria, but take into account also social advancement and employment in their section of communities, employment in government services also. Okay. Then basically 1992 case, Indira Savani case, also famously known as Mandal case. Okay. So in what is this case related to is, Supreme Court in this case has upheld reservation for backward classes. Okay. So it has upheld the government order being of the opinion that caste was an acceptable indicator of backwardness and reservation for backward classes was accepted. So Supreme Court said that it is constitutionally valid. Okay. So this is what the case related to Indira Savani case. Remember, upholding validity of 27% reservation for OBCs. Then second news is with respect to India, with the heading India pips US as hub for manufacturing. See, India has overtaken US to become second most sought after manufacturing destination globally. So this is mainly driven by what factors? Cost competitiveness, according to real estate consultant Cushman and Wakefield. Okay. So they have brought in a report, something called Global Manufacturing Risk Index, right? So under that index, they have said that India ranks second in terms of manufacturing destination. First one is China, India stands second. So India has overtaken US to become in second position. So what are the factors that this global ranking manufacturing risk index considers is, there are various parameters like country's capability to restart manufacturing, business environment, operating cost, and the risk. So these are the things which the index considers to rank the countries in terms of manufacturing destination favorite locations. Okay, so India ranks second. You remember, what becomes important is, remember, global manufacturing risk index, India is in second spot, and who brings this report is real estate consultant Cushman and Wakefield. They can ask you this. The next one is center allowing GM soybean cake imports till October. See, actually, as a part of our series, we have already covered it like last to last week within the 2 weeks period. Again, it is been repeating there was the demand to import. Now, government has agreed to import GM soybean cake. Okay. So, see, basically, with rising soybean prices, what it has led is poultry industry input cost has also risen. Okay. So, it on Tuesday, keeping that in mind, Center has allowed import of 1.2 million metric tons of crushed and de-oiled genetically modified soya cake. See, a poultry industry basically needs GM soybean meal. Okay. So but the cost of soybean meal has increased in India. So if you allow imports from other countries, what happens is greater availability of input, so that reduces the cost of soybean meal, right? So this will in turn reduce the cost of poultry output, right? So once that happens, so you see there will be a moderation in even inflation, right? The prices of fish, meat, milk have been soaring already in higher order, right? So that all will be come down with such kind of measures. So soybean meal is an essentially a raw material for the poultry industry, but prices have more than doubled over the past couple of months, prompting the National Poultry Breeders Body to approach the government for not to import 1.5 million tons of GM soybean meal. So this has been accepted now by the government. Specifically here, we deal with the GM crops. What are the problems or any concerns raised with the import of such GM soybean cake? We have dealt with it already. Please do watch the previous videos. The next one is G7 grouping on Afghanistan crisis. Group of 7 countries. They have held them meetings on talking what are the likely possible scenarios or the steps that we should take to deal with Afghanistan crisis. And what they said is the Taliban will be held accountable for its action in a war-torn country on human rights issues and even preventing terrorism, and demanded that this Islamic group should guarantee safe passage for those who want to flee from Kabul after August 31. Right? US is withdrawing by August 31. So Taliban should also make safe guarantee safe passage for people who want to go out of Kabul even after August 31 is what G7 group is saying, and they will say that Taliban group will be held accountable for on the issues of human rights and preventing terrorism. Then basically coming to G7, it is nothing but an intergovernmental political forum. What it consists of? It consists of countries like, as name itself says, 7 countries: Canada, France, Germany, Italy, Japan, and United Kingdom, as well as United States. So its members are one of the world's largest IMF advanced economies and wealthiest liberal democracies. So nature of these 7 countries is this: advanced economies and wealthiest liberal democracies, and the group is officially organized around shared values of pluralism and representative government. So that is what democracy and all those stuff. Okay, remember the G7 grouping also. So that's it for today. You can also download the PDF of this document in the link that is shared below. Do download Topper Eyes Institute app so that you get access to a number of these videos which will be helpful in your preparation. Thank you.